Okay, this video is about are books, CDs, and images good for learning nutrition or needed for learning nutrition? And the point of this video, a couple points. The first one is you want to own at least one hard copy book that you use for nutrition. I would recommend take one hard copy book and just fill it up with notes. Like if I like a book, I'll put a bunch of post-its on pages I want to memorize. I'll put post-its at the bottom if I think I need to use it for some type of research product. I'll put tons of notes in there. I'll write all these notes in there. So basically, have at least one book on nutrition that you like, and then write stuff into the blank pages and index it in the back or through the table of contents. So you've got a hard copy of certain things that are important to you. And I say this because in the modern world, there's this trend to no longer have audio CD books. They have audio books, that you download, so to speak. And I think that's a bad trend. Here's why I say that. Because, well, on the one hand, it could be good that maybe it's cheaper. Okay, fine. You save a little money, that's fine. But on the other hand, that could be just deleted, and it sort of puts control of content in the hands of the seller rather than in the hands of the buyer. And you don't want that. There's certain books, a lot of the best books are not well known. Most of the well-known best-selling books in nutrition and health are completely dishonest and incorrect. So if you get a hold of a good book, you want to hang on to that and use that as like a source of condensed notes where you put additional information. If you audio CDs, I prefer them over these audiobooks. I'm telling you, what I think will happen in the future is these big food companies, they'll publish a bunch of fake, dishonest papers in journals they own, and then they'll go around saying, oh, the doctors promoting a low-fat diet are promoting incorrect medical information. And then those books that are recommending a very low-fat vegan diet will just be deleted. The world's being set up now that can happen, to control the information that gets to the average person. Videos can just be taken off of YouTube or any other site. So what I'm saying is, I have friends tell me that it's almost impossible for them to find accurate information about nutrition or health. If you go to all the big famous universities, all the Ivies, all the famous places you could think of, almost everything they post about nutrition, it's completely wrong. I've recently seen two video courses from probably the most famous medical center in the Midwest. I'm not going to say the name of it. And both of their two spokespersons talking about nutrition, there's these really fat people, okay? And everything they say is wrong. They're just stupid. The big medical centers for information about nutrition have become a joke. They've become a joke also for information about chronic disease. And if they're controlling your information source, then you're in trouble because they're just going to tell you stuff that's not true. Eat fish and raise your mercury level. Eat meat and increase your atherosclerosis and cancer risk. They're quite frankly the opposite of correct. And that's a sad statement, but it's true. So what I'm saying is you want to be able to control your own information to the extent you can. And so have at least one book. You can even just have a notebook where you write down stuff you need to know, how to get back to it later and find it if you want it. And it's not rocket science. You'll see. It takes a while to accumulate all this, and there's always more details that one could look for, but this stuff matters. It determines if your arteries are open, then your heart will work, your brain will probably work, your Johnson will probably work. You need to know a little more than that about the common toxins, but I'm saying this because I know the average person, and these are pretty smart people, they have a tremendously difficult time finding good information on the internet and making sense of it. And it's kind of like you need to know it. There's some things in life you can just refer them, to the plumber can fix your toilet. But you need to know about nutrition because you have to feed yourself every day, and that determines your health. And no one else can do it for you. Like you said, you're crazy if you think some doctor is going to teach you about nutrition that you go to on a visit. No way. It's just not set up for that to happen. Okay, so what else was useful here? There's a print screen button on your keyboard. Just hit the print screen button and you could save an image. Like, for example, I recently gave a lecture on the 25 best health books ever written. And believe me, for every book in that list, I've read at least 100 other ones that weren't so good and seen hundreds more in the store that are not good. You can tell in 5 seconds usually if a book is nonsense. As soon as you see them recommending meat and olive oil and MSG and all this other stuff, the book is just stupid, all right? What else? good books require being reread. If a video is really good or a book's really good, you'll often need to watch it more than once. If there was some way to save videos, that'd be nice, but it can be time consuming to research a video. That's why it's nice to have something written. I think Dr. McDougall's newsletters at his website are great, drmcdougall.com. He's also got Walter Kempner's book on there and Nathan Pritikin's book on there. I thought about writing a newsletter. I don't know if anybody would be interested. I'd maybe be willing to do that. I thought about maybe writing another book and just emailing it to people. I don't know. I actually think I'm a much better writer than I am a public speaker. When you make a video, there's sort of a little bit of pressure to try to put good information at the beginning and try to make it entertaining so the person watches, because otherwise they completely never ever see the stuff that comes later. With a book, once they get past the first couple pages, they have a sense that the author knows what they're doing and is reasonably entertaining. You can build up to a topic and really get a comprehensive, good understanding of something. It's hard to do that with video. Don't get me wrong, video's great. The pictures are great and diagrams are great. I've noticed the crowd too for reading, like who talks to me about my books versus who talks to me about all my videos. The people reading the books, they're pretty serious. They really want to get this figured out. I've had guys, Stanford graduates who've gone to school overseas, all of these academic awards and stuff. They'll fly, to my house to talk to me because they really want to learn, and they're scared. They're scared. They've had coronary artery stent. They're afraid they're going to die. This health stuff's a big deal, and it's actually pretty straightforward. Just, go 100% low fat, 100% vegan, and you'll get there. So anyways, just making the point. It's good to have hard copy of information that's real important to you.